welcome to Overbooked and Underqualified. My name is Liv.
And I'm Sam.
And we are on the second half of The Prison Healer.
Yes.
And we're going to wrap this baby up and then reveal our next book. Which,
I'm
spoilers,
sure you guys are going to be so surprised what it is.
It's book 2 in this trilogy, The Gilded Cage. So we're excited about that. So we are starting by chapter 19 and going to the end, and then we'll play our game and give our ratings. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a blast.
Do you have any opening notes?
Did I tell you last week that I started Just for the Summer?
Yes, by Emily Hendry.
No.
The Minnesota lady?
No, Abby Jimenez.
Okay, I was close.
Emily Henry is the other person that has the similar book covers.
Okay.
But it's good. I like it. It's funny. It's a good time.
Yeah, because you said like it was like actually funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like 35% of the way through that.
Okay. I started this new series. So weird.
I think I saw your Goodreads. What was it? It was a fantasy.
It's called
wasn't it?
House of Salt and Sorrow.
Okay. And you said, okay, go on. I saw your comment. I was very confused.
I was like so excited for it because it's like talking about there's 12 sisters in this family and there's a curse.
Okay.
Or like they talk about a curse. But then it's like not a curse and evil stepmom and the ending like they just like killed off this character and you're like
this came out of nowhere.
And they didn't talk about it after he was dead. And you're like, okay. And then they killed another character and made it seem like it was good and final. And then one character was like a half god and they addressed it one time and then we never talked about it again.
I hate that shit.
And then
I hate loose ends. Just wrap it up.
And I was like, okay, it's a series. So I was like, maybe the second book will... No, the second book jumps 12 years ahead and we move to a different perspective of a different sister.
Oh, no. I would literally be so mad. I'd be like, wait.
And also, like, the dad in that book is like, everybody's like, he's such a good person. He's such a good person. And then their mom... Yeah, then their mom died and the stepmom, he started, like, sleeping with her. And it was like... We can't announce yet because I'm supposed to be still in mourning. And then she catches him a year later after they've been sleeping together and was like, you're not going to read it. So I don't care for spoiling it. And he's like, you're just a whore. I would never have married you. And I was like, fuck. It was insane.
Where did you hear about this book?
I found it on Libby. I was like looking for available books.
And was it like highly rated?
I think it had decent ratings on Goodreads. I was literally floored.
This book sounds so... You
rated
it pretty high though. Like, so it must not have been that bad.
I did a 2.75. The writing was good and the story was like grabbing. But at the same time, I was like, whiplash. And one of the characters that died, the half god dies. And I'm like, okay, he's demi-fade. They don't die that easily. And he died from, like, smoke inhalation.
What the hell? This book sounds so wild.
And then
this is the kind of book I would read for book club. And I want to just roast the shit out of it.
And the girl that was in love with him, the sister that was in love with him, becomes the fucking lighthouse keeper. And she, like, you make wishes on, I don't remember if it was falling stars or whatever. And she made a wish for him to come back alive, and he came back alive. And this was, like, months after he died.
No. It's a no.
And now they're married, and they have a colicky baby.
What the hell is this book?
I don't fucking know.
So did you finish the second book?
I'm listening to it right now.
And you're going to continue?
I don't know how many there are in the series. I did minimal research. I read the description of this book. I said, yeah, it's free.
You know what? That either really goes well or just dicks you hard.
Well, like, I looked at it on Goodreads and I'm like, 3.8 It's not bad.
Yeah.
Almost 3.9.
Sometimes I don't trust Goodreads. The Shepherd King duology, perfect example. But seriously, like sometimes things will be rated really low, and I'm like, that wasn't that bad. But maybe it's expectation setting.
Yeah, but I went into this blind, and it's insane. But I did find another book that I'm very interested in. It was from TikTok. There was art about it, and it's about a siren.
What is it called?
I don't know. I put it on my want to read list.
My sister's making me read my first mystery.
Ooh, what are you reading?
I haven't started it yet.
Okay, but
I
what
have
is it?
until June 10th to read it.
Oh, are you going to book club?
Yes.
Fun.
It's called The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. And she was kind of describing it to me. It's basically kind of like a Clue thing. Ooh. So like every chapter is like, so this girl goes missing at this camp, and every chapter is a different perspective of different people who were there. And so I was like, okay, I might actually get on board, so you should read it with me.
I 100% will read it with you.
Or listen to it. I think she said it's a good listen. I wonder if it's on Libby. I should quick book it now before Sam gets to it.
She won't be faster than me, guys.
She already knew.
It's already in my library. It's called Whispers of the Deep, and it's about a merman taking a pirate lady.
Oh, okay. One of my favorite books was the opposite. The pirate man. I guess there's not really. There's mermaids in it, but the pirate man takes her like underwater, like a prisoner, and it's still one of my favorite books.
I'm like very excited. I saw fan art for it, and I go, ooh,
I want to read it too.
Okay,
let's ditch this other book.
No, I actually want to read this.
I know, I do too.
Okay, and that's where we're gonna transition.
Oh, I want to read that. Is it on Kindle Unlimited?
I don't know. I didn't look anything up yet.
Quick, I gotta check Libby.
I'm busy with the scary witch sisters.
Well, forget them. They sound wild. I don't even know how to.
The main character in the second one is named Verity, though, and I do really like that name. But then it makes me think of Colleen Hoover's Verity, and that book was fucked. But it was good.
I'm still waiting on my Never Lie. I think I'm now 14 weeks out.
Oh, here. Let me check my Libby hold on Sunrise and Reaping. It's probably insane still.
What was it?
While I'm on Libby, I'm actually going to search that book. What was it? Gods of the Forest.
No, it's The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, I think.
Oh, I've got 20 weeks until Sunrise and Reaping. I'm 40th in line, and there's 56 people in line, and they placed the hold on April 2nd. So... we got a while. I'll be reading it after the movie comes out.
Yeah. It'll be fine. It's worth it for the Libby. I'm sure it's not on Spotify.
It probably is.
It might be.
No, it's too new of a book that you have to buy it, because I did look.
How new does it have to be?
I think certain authors can pick, and I think Suzanne Collins knows that she can make that bank, so...
Alright, let's get in.
Any who's-its.
We're gonna try to go chapter by chapter because last episode was a little wily.
I feel like it just got lost. I got lost.
But I kind of like that, but it's also horrible.
You guys get it, right?
They get it! Okay, so...
Chapter 19.
Chapter 9... No, I just want to... I'll save it for the end.
If you want to throw it out, throw it out.
Stop yelling at me.
I will do whatever I want.
Okay, chapter 19. So, we left off where she's kind of like... Whatever, just saving the lives of Tilda and whatever. Yep. She's all hopeful. And then
because she told the story to Tilda, right?
Yes,
in chapter 18?
We get to chapter 19. She's kind of going through the garden of her father's. We get a lot of memories there.
Yeah.
From what I gather, her father knew that he was gonna die.
That's what I was thinking too. It felt very prevalent that he was like, they're gonna come and save you. And she's like, no, Papa, both of us. And he's like, yeah, both of us. And do you think that that's because it was like, I can't say the prison's name. Zalandov is just notorious for people don't live long? Or do you think it was because of other things?
No, I knew. It's because of he knew about the poison.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give away couple little things, but yeah, like the poison that comes up later. Guaranteed.
Yeah, you think that he knew and that he got killed off, which makes sense. I'm also like very curious because that's when the prison, like, owner I burped and she sniffed it out like a fucking hound.
You didn't have to call yourself out.
Well, jeez. Over there in the mic hearing like a freaking dog.
I could have just had the sniffles. Whatever.
No carbonated drinks for me anymore.
Anyways.
It's kind of when, because Rook talks about how a stomach thing broke out right when he was taking over. So do you think that this is something that the prison does continuously, or do you think that it was Rook who started it?
I took it as it was Rook. And then they, in the memory, like, that creepy man that was in the workroom and, like, yelled at her right after he died. He was, obviously, that makes sense that he was, like, making the poison and things.
And he's like, get out. You can't be in here.
Yeah, so I take that. I mean, her dad doesn't seem like a dummy.
Oh, no, not at all.
So that's what I'm inferring, but nothing was confirmed.
Okay, I gotcha.
So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Then she's kind of like wants to get a vibe of the prison, so she's walking through the prison and she's overhearing all this stuff. She overhears a bunch of prisoners talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
And she realizes or hears that the rebels did try to come and break in, supposedly.
Yeah, and they didn't make it. And at this point, I'm just like over her fucking family.
Oh, thank God, because I am so over if I have to hear, we are coming. The audiobook is actually so bad the way that they read it. I don't know why she says it that way. Everything else was fine about the way she read it. That specific thing was horrible.
I actually really like her as an Audible reader, and I feel like she does male voice as well, which can be really hard when there's only one reader.
That is my one
But the note reading, I was like,
stop. Oh my god.
Choke me out.
Yes. So, I'm also feeling that way at this point. And I was honestly glad she started feeling that way because it was very validating as the reader.
100%. And it's also just kind of like, I was pissed because why are we waiting until Tilda's here to come and rescue her if you have some sort of capacity to do this?
It's been 10 fucking years. She was 7. It's not, it wasn't like she was like, oh, she can handle it.
And they knew that the dad died. He didn't even last a year in the prison. So she's been by herself for 9.5 years?
Yeah, I'm not for her.
No, me neither. And I'm hoping maybe there's some more clarity. And there was a little bit of clarity at the end of the book. But I don't know if it helped or hindered my...
Okay, I'm very... See, I was, like, really excited to discuss this book, actually. I mean, I'm always excited to discuss, but I really want to know where your stance is. Because I feel like I am very on the fence about certain things. We'll get to it.
We will.
We'll get to it. But anyways, so then after that whole thing, she kind of freaks out about that. And then we get to the barracks. Or how do you say that? Barracks? Whatever.
Barracks, yeah. That's where they're staying, yeah.
We get to that scene.
Oh my god, this scene was horrible. I was walking with Hudson, you can see, and I'm like doing my like horrible note jotting.
Do you take notes while you walk?
Every once in a while, if I want to get some extra
committed.
reading.
I could never do that.
It was hard, and my notes didn't turn out good.
I have to read and then come back.
I was just like jotting things down. If I would have had a better pen, I had a really crappy pen. It was of no help.
Anyways.
So
go
on. So they get to the barracks, and then all of a sudden, Bones comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he's like, healer, we need your help.
No, I'm scared. He scares me.
Yeah, he's just fine.
And he gets she like gets dragged into like where the guards stay, and they're having a party.
And basically they drugged one of the girls so much that she was dead.
Yeah,
which I was really surprised that she was actually dead. I don't know. I thought she was gonna like try to resuscitate her, and then when she was just like, nope, she's dead.
And it like really grossed me out because this girl's dead, and the butcher was also high. And so this girl's laying on the butcher's lap, and the butcher and her were also high on angel dust. My other thing is, like, where the hell are they getting this? And the butcher is, like, basically, like, groping and running his hands all along this.
Literally dead.
And she's dead.
Yeah. That's really gross. And that's why I said in the other episode, I was like, where are they getting all these drugs? And you were like, well, I think she just has access to them, but, like, it's literally everywhere. Like,
I was thinking more of, like, I wasn't surprised that she has all these, like, remedy-esque things from her garden, and the poppy milk makes sense to me about having, but the angel dust to me literally sounds like cocaine.
Yeah, and that's
so
what they
where
said.
are they getting that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then when she's, like, doing all their samples and, like, all of the workers are...
Yeah, like, high.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Because who was it? It was the Aquaphor people that are just, like... not Aquaphor.
That's a brand.
That's what I rub on my baby's butt. What are they? It's all that's coming to my mind now.
I don't know.
Aquifers?
Yes. So it's close.
This goes.
Anyone needs some Vaseline?
Yeah. So they don't get chapped.
Petroleum jelly.
I hate the word jelly for that stuff. It grosses me out so bad.
No comment.
Good.
Anyway, so she's pretty shaken up because basically they all are gross and try to be like, well, you're the next replacement.
Yeah, you're staying for the
threaten
girl.
her, and Nari basically saves her again from this whole thing.
Love Nari.
And because she's like, lies and says that Rooks
is in the infirmary.
And they basically threaten her and say next time. And then, remember last episode, I said I needed a savior moment from Jaren. I did in fact get that, so I was very happy.
Yes, you did.
But he comes and he like comforts her in their little whatever bed, and it was very sweet.
It was.
Jaren is just, I really came around him. Like, I wouldn't say I wasn't around to him. He was just fine.
We were just waiting for more.
Yeah, like, I really got what I needed from him.
I agree.
He's just, like, an overall really, like, sweet sound guy.
And I think my issue, and I don't know if this is you too, I'm not used to this type of MMC.
Well, yeah, that's why I said in the first one, I'm like, he's not broody.
No.
I said he wasn't mysterious in the sense of, like, and you're like, yeah, he does have mystery, which is true.
But it's not the same type.
So, like, he's not mysterious in the sense, like, he wears his heart on his sleeve. Like,
he's not mysterious with his feelings.
Yes. Yeah,
he's very upfront about what he wants.
You always verbalize exactly what I'm trying to say.
Because we're on the same page.
So I like him.
I really like him as an MMC. I'm very excited that we learned all of his lore, and I'm excited to talk about it.
Me too. Let's get to that.
Yeah, chapter 20.
Jaren's her safe space.
Yes.
She's always feeling safe and comforted, and then they have this awkward morning and after chapter 20.
Which cracks me up because he's like, it's not a big deal, girlfriend. And she's like, my hair, my body, I'm nervous, I gotta go. And they didn't even do anything. All they did was cuddle.
It just, like, the scenes like these, like, don't track with the ending for me.
In what way?
Like, okay, guys, so at the end, she's revealed as the rebel princess.
Yes, Tilda is her mother.
Which is insane.
It was, scrumdiddly umptious. It was so good. I was not prepared.
I was also not prepared. Me and you predicted everything else.
Yes, we did.
Leading up to that.
Yep.
And whatever. So, like, just scenes like this, I'm like...
For her or him?
For her. I just feel like it's like, okay, so were we lied to about her character a little bit? Or is she, like, super fucking manipulative? Or, like, what is it?
I think that these are genuine reactions and moments because she doesn't know who he is at this point. And she also has had no physical contact with a man outside of, like, family. Mm-hmm. She talks about how she's never kissed anybody. She talks about how she's never had this. And to her, Jaren is just a regular man.
That's true. So she doesn't know.
She doesn't know. We're looking at the context of he's the prince. And that's why she's acting this way. But this is just a normal man.
Which called it.
You did.
I totally called it.
And then I was thinking, I'm like, I thought that he was the other prince. I'm like, no, their faces. You saw their faces. But technically, we were there.
We were there. Anyways.
Yeah.
So we're not going to jump ahead too much. But that's why I'm just like, I have more comments later about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, Jaren's like so confident.
100%.
He's confident that she's going to get through this ordeal.
Yeah. Which, this ordeal, horrifying.
No, this ordeal was just fine. It was the water one that
you didn't like the water one?
Freaked me out.
Okay. This one was really hard for me because the way I was picturing it when they described it, it just felt really like...
I think I was okay because I'm like, I love the heat.
I also love the heat, but I don't want crematoriums setting me ablaze.
I felt okay because she had the wax, she had the amulet. I was like feeling really good too.
Oh, I wasn't worried about her dying in it. It's so
you were just freaked out.
Yeah, we find out that the second one is her having to go into the crematorium and stay alive for, what was it? Am I skipping ahead drastically? I don't think so.
Chapter 20, to wrap it up, basically Nari was not punishing Jaren for anything, and she's still like wondering what the F's going on between them two. Chapter 21, fire ordeal, go.
She has to stay in the crematorium for 10 minutes, and he said, what was it, at like 20 to 30, Rook does, that's when it starts to like disintegrate the bodies and stuff. Mm-hmm. I was tweaking out, and I said 10 minutes, and then I didn't like how they described how big the crematorium was. That it was like, it had like push doors that you could go into. Because for me, when I'm thinking of crematorium, I'm thinking of the like little slot that you push a box in. Mm. So just like the thought of there being that much space, because that's how many bodies they need to burn at once, just made me feel like overwhelmed.
I really like that, like some of these dark parts of this book.
Oh, actually. I agree.
I really enjoyed that.
And just
it
like
made it feel less like
sunshiny and like they're living normal life in prison, like how you were feeling at the start.
I don't know, it made me feel less like dumb YA cringiness. Like it made up for the cringiness of like YA love.
Yes. Okay. I got you.
Like I liked that.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, holy crap, this thing's huge.
Huge.
This is just craziness.
And like I was totally in line with her where she's like, if I back up to the back of this, like maybe I'll be fine. But she's like, even the scorch marks on the doors are telling me it doesn't matter where I go.
And I think even the guard scene with the girl, like that did a lot for me. The second half really did a lot for me because they're like telling us that Zalendorf is this horrible place. Yes. And I just wasn't seeing it.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, okay, things are tracking now. Mm-hmm. So I was into it.
Yeah.
And then every time he's always like, do you have any last words?
Yeah.
And she's thinking, why are you asking me this? What am I even supposed to say?
I didn't get that.
Did
you
get
feel
that
like stuff
either.
got... And I'm thinking it's because her Rook just knows that she's gonna die and is trying to be like, this is your last time to say anything. Or do you think that it was like premonition of like checking in and seeing if she knows about the poison? Because he knows that she's doing these trials. He knows that she's doing all these things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed kind of dumb.
It was like ominous for no reason.
Yes. Just get it over with.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about what you said in part 1 about how you were kind of disappointed in the trials. Like, I almost kind of too, especially the last one. I really wanted there to be something like really good for the fourth Earth one.
I feel like obviously the trials got better in the sense of like,
but they're definitely like scaled down.
Yeah, whereas like I'm thinking of like,
we're just gonna throw you in this furnace.
Yeah,
I want like a wipeout obstacle course.
Yeah, I want there to be fireballs getting launched at you.
Yes.
That you have to duck, dodge, and die. Because the trials were also frustrating to part of me, where it's like, she's not gonna survive this. What's the point of doing all of these theatrics and having these trials if she's not gonna? She doesn't even have a slight chance.
It's just kind of,
at least in the Hunger Games, one person wins.
Yeah.
Whereas no one's ever survived the trials before. So what's the point of even doing them?
Yeah. Like every other book where I've had trials, it's like really
like even in Lightlark.
And like the other thing is Rook at the beginning was complaining about how hard it was to set up these trials. I'm like, you literally didn't have to do anything.
You didn't tell any crematorium worker to turn her on.
All of them. And then, jump from this building to this building. Nobody did anything.
Yeah.
For that.
No.
And same with the second two, or third and fourth.
Yeah, all you had to do was walk. And is it because he has to like organize the prisoners to watch?
It just was kind of a little anticlimactic.
I know what you mean though. Because I agree. I think that the other trials are better than the first, but also the last one, if you're just so dead set on killing her. But also, do you think she would have died? We can talk strategy when we get there.
Let's talk. We definitely need to come back to that. Oh my gosh! And then it made me mad. But I think I went back and because I think I read it or listened to it wrong. She's like, she put all the wax all over her and whatever. And then it said when she got in. I'm skipping ahead, so this is chapter 22.
Okay.
But she got in, she screamed, and then dropped the amulet. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize it was tied around her neck.
Oh, you thought she just like plopped it on the ground?
You dumb bee. You get in there and you drop your only safety item on the floor.
No, she was holding it and dropped it in the sense of like it hit her chest.
So then I reread it. I was like, oh, but I was mad about that.
You're like tweaking out while you're cleaning the house. You're like, motherfucker!
I'm like, you idiot!
What are you doing?
Yeah, like you had such a good head on you.
That's hilarious. But then, like in this scene, it's talking about how obviously we know she's gonna live.
Yes. How
it just like. And who told her to stay low? Was it Nari or the crematorium worker?
I don't remember.
Someone told her to stay low. The whole time she's just like watching all of these like flames basically. And I was wondering, so again, we didn't know. She claimed, the princess said that she put whatever in the amulet. I was thinking that the princess created an air pocket for her, not like fighting the flames. So I was still like... off in La La Land about the connections there.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, princess creates an air pocket, that makes sense to me. Yada yada.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that.
And then
I was just like, yeah, don't save her, no big deal. Moving on.
Also, quite literally, Mott at the start of this book freaked me out. Not interested. Didn't want to. I love him.
I know, I want more of him.
I do
want
too.
him to say, Olivia, love.
Yeah, I want him to come and call us love.
Do you want some wax for your body? And I'd say yes, and a hug.
No, he's got brown teeth. He's probably stinky. You don't want a hug.
Hold my breath.
Oh, but you can't hold your breath for a burp?
She's so upset. Anyway, so yeah, it's protecting her. It's pretty cool. I actually really like the magic stuff.
100%. I also really like it.
All of a sudden, the amulet towards the end of the 10 minutes starts to kind of give out, and she does catch on fire and inhales a bunch of smoke, so she's in pretty rough shape when she
clothes
gets out.
Burn off. She's naked when they find her.
Yeah, nipples turned fried. They're like black.
Why are we talking about her nipples?
I'm just reading into what the YA couldn't. But that's what.
And you went nipples first.
Well, they're protruding out.
Those nipples first.
You don't. Whatever. Whatever. Anyways, then Nari's there right away, and she's like
puts her cloak around her.
Yes, and Rook's all pissy about the interference from
the amulet because all of her clothes are burned off, so we can see that she's wearing it.
And the nipples.
And the nipples, guys, the burnt, crispy pepperoni nipples.
Really? Pepperoni was too...
Oh, pepperoni was too far, but not... Because all I'm picturing is her body being perfectly fine and then charred nipples. That's what I'm picturing from you.
That's the only place she didn't put the wax.
Too sensitive. That's where she ran out. She just went like this.
She ran out.
And that's where it ran out. Oh. So dumb.
Anyways, so he's like threatening about no one can interfere on the next two
or there'll be consequences.
Yeah.
And then he makes her walk out of there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you giggling about?
Nothing.
The charred nipples?
Oh. And then during this time, she's still wondering why the princess saved her, all this stuff.
Yeah, twice now, because Rook explains to her that the princess has no fire magic, so the prince had to have done this.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, she's spiraling like, not only once has he saved me, now twice.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, like, is it more than just he's attracted to me, or what's the deal?
Also, at the end of this book, it was totally giving Rip and Slade. That they're the same person, the same MMC.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
It's just cracking me up thinking about it.
Yeah. That will never be toppable, though, I feel like.
I agree.
Anyways.
Anywho's, let's moving on.
And then something that really made me mad about this whole book, too, is how much she has faith in Rook of all people.
I know. And do you think it's just kind of like she lost her dad at such a young age and Rook has been like protecting her for so long that's almost like a stand-in father figure, not a good one, but you know what I mean?
Because she literally, and I quote, she's like, maybe Rook did care in his own way after all of these threats, all of these things, not caring if she dies.
Yeah.
He made like one little comment like, I guess I'm glad you're not dead, and she's like, well, maybe he does care.
But then he immediately follows it up, yeah, because we need a healer during the stomach virus outbreak right now.
Like, I'm kind of like, she's smarter than that.
I wonder if it was almost like desperation of a 9-year-old needing some older person to look up to.
Yeah. Did it just seem kind of like, what the...
I was like, okay, girlfriend.
What are we doing?
Let's move on.
So that kind of pissed me off, but I guess maybe I can get it in a roundabout way. And yeah, this is where he says something like this went around. And at this point, too, I'm like, okay.
I was
shady.
like, I was sus because a couple chapters ago when they were talking about the stomach virus, when we find out that that's what her dad died from, that's also what the current healer had died from. And I was like, something's going on.
Well, and at the end of the last episode, I was like, it's obvious that it's Rook. And that's why I was getting mad, too, where I'm like, dude.
When they're like, the guards aren't being affected by it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you're wasting your time with this whole testing stuff.
But again, too, I can understand why she would think that Rook's not doing that since they need people in order to populate the prison in order to make money and for him to get the things he needs. So why would he be killing people off? Because she doesn't know about the influx of prisoners. Like, she knows that they're over capacity, but you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, she knows that they're over... I mean, she sees every single one that comes in and knows that they don't have the space.
Yeah.
So it just didn't logically, I'm like...
But again, like, my other thing that I'm trying to, like, put in perspective, 17. Over half of her life she's been in the prison. Doesn't know anything outside of it. So how is she supposed to know that, like, people are evil and willing enough to do shitty things like that? Yeah. I don't know. But I was with you. At the end of it, I was like, okay, let's move on from Rook. Like...
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, then Jaren sweeps her up, and this is when I get my moment, and I was like, yes. I want this scene to happen 10 more times. I love a swoop up moment. And I was like, oh no, like, he might see something, a body part.
Her charred nipples.
They probably like, ooh. And then maybe like toasted marshmallows type of thing, like
pulls
extra
off the
burnt.
Crust. No, that's too far. That was too far for myself. I pictured it in my brain and I did not like it.
You weren't supposed to gesture.
Lifting off like a top hat.
Anyway, so it's just very cutesy. Like,
yes, it's very much like knight in shining armor. I've got you. We're gonna get you to the infirmary.
One thing you brought up too in the last episode was all the like, whatever. What is it called? The snort stuff. Angel dust. I was gonna say. I wanted to say dragon dust. But the names of some of the shit, like, she's like, I need tallow fruit and all this random ass shit. It's just like, how did this author come up with this and these names?
Yeah, they just picked, like, half of words.
Yeah, they did, like, a name generator.
Yes. What is something that's a weird fruit?
Whimsical fruit.
Whimsical fruit. What's
whimsical
AI? What's a good fairy fruit? It's literally what they typed.
They were just cracking me up. And then he's like rubbing gel on her.
And she's like tweaking about it. Because he's doing it on the burnt nipples. Aloe. That's what you put on burnt things because it's aloe weed.
Go over on and on and on.
Guys, do you think that the burnt nipples are funny?
Leave us a comment, please. If not,
we'll
never bring it up again.
It's just gonna be a yes or no poll.
They're gonna be like, it was funny the first one.
Yeah. What do you think about burnt nipples? Yes or no?
No context. Anyways, he's rubbing gel on her. He's very sweet.
Yes, and she's like freaking out about it because she's like trying to make sure he doesn't touch anywhere inappropriate.
Which I love that.
Oh, I do
just
too.
love that about YA too. I think it's really cutesy.
I know, it's so funny.
And then, okay, so he sees these scars on her thighs.
Yes.
And she did refer to that in the first part of the book. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember, but I was really confused about it, because at the first part of the book, she's talking about her burns, and they were on her arms, and she talked about having an encounter with guards. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know if the guards did that, and so we find out that every time she had to cut into somebody's hand with the Z, that she would, like, cut herself. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't know if those two aligned, because she says that she stopped doing this a long time ago.
Well, they referred to it when she started. She got, like, all nervous, and at one point she said, I rubbed my thigh, and the only person was Nari that noticed. And I was like...
Rubbing the thighs, not the when she got hurt.
Why is she rubbing her thighs? I have that in my notes from the first one, and
You're right.
It was just an odd thing to bring up, and then I was like, well, I probably just missed something.
No,
now that makes sense.
I remember that now, too. I agree.
So I'm assuming Nari kind of caught on, too.
And you think it was just like a comfort thing for her?
I thought this conversation was very well done.
I agree.
The way she handled it, the way he handled it, I feel like this was a great add-in for a young adult book, talking about, like, a serious subject.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was handled very well in the sense of it happened, but she kind of, like, dealt with her feelings, and then him, like, reaffirming her feelings. It was very good. It was clean.
He was very, like she said, it literally said coaxing but not demanding. Like, not letting her drop it, wanting to bring it up in the right way, but also knowing, like, I can't not bring this up, like, for your safety.
Because he's also, like, trying to be on tiptoes, because he's like, I'm not trying to be a creep, because they're on her upper thigh. She's in a naked, vulnerable position with him right now. Not of her own choosing. So, I agree. I thought it was very well done.
Seeing that and not just, like...
blowing it off.
And then I also liked how she was like, I noticed it was a problem, and, like, she wasn't like, and I fixed it. Like she said, it was really hard, and it still is hard.
It wasn't like, I quit it cold turkey and I was fine.
Yeah. So I really appreciated that.
I agree. I thought it was really good. It added a lot more depth to both characters, too, for me. Not that I wasn't already getting depth, but it was just like another layer for me of connecting with characters. Because, again, in the weird-ass book that I'm reading right now, there's no depth in the characters, no depth in the love stories. So this was just, again, very, like, good. Reaffirming.
And it was just, their relationship at this point is just very sweet, and it's so obvious how much he cares about her.
100%.
Like, so obvious.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And then, are we on chapter 23 now? So this was cracking me up, because Nari is just giving her loads of shit.
Yeah, they're like pals.
Oh, yeah. Like, joking about how much Nari's into her, how much, not Nari, Jaren and her are, like, into each other.
Yes.
And she's, like, waggling eyebrows. Oh, it's so good.
And, she keeps getting super jealous about Nari and Jaren, and I just don't understand that either, because I'm, like, thinking of, I just don't even see it remotely.
Again, I don't see it either, but I'm thinking... never ever had any sort of male companion.
Yeah.
Nari and Jaren seem to know each other on some type of level. She's 17. So I'm just trying to, like, put my mind in the head of a 17-year-old with a boy that she thinks is cute and another pretty girl talking to him in depth.
Yeah, I guess I just picture Nari older for some reason.
I do too, and I also picture Nari being gay.
Yeah.
That's where I sit.
So I just am like...
I don't get it, but I can understand her perspective,
and I think if it was sprinkled in, I'd be like, haha, but
it's constant.
It was over and over. I'm like, dude, get a grip.
And Nari's also like, ew.
Yeah, she wants someone else.
Yeah. I think the reason I think that Nari is gay is because she was so interested when they said that the princess had a girlfriend. I was like, no. Oh, were you hoping to be the princess?
Well, yeah, and I was wrong on that prediction, I think.
Did you predict that they were together?
Yeah, her and Mirren. And you predicted that they knew each other before, which you were correct.
A ring-a-ding-ding-ding.
I was not thinking that, so that was kind of cool to see all of our predictions come to life.
We were pretty solid on this book.
We actually were. I mean, it was pretty obvious. I mean, any normal reader.
It's still good to be right.
It feels great.
And I love when you're right, but there's still a good twist that you didn't catch.
Yes. I'm like, just at this point, her found family, Mott, Tip, Nari, Jaren, they're all really just looking after each other.
I, like, was loving it. And I also really liked that she was trying to, like, come to terms with actually caring about people in the prison for the first time.
Yeah.
Outside of Tip. Tip's always been, like, a solid for her.
And this is, at this point, she's talking about, she's feeling, so she has this found family, and she's thinking in her head, which now, knowing what we know, she's feeling super disappointed in her family.
100%.
She's pissed. She's like, oh yeah, you're coming? No, you're not fucking coming. Like,
yeah.
And now she's like, I have all these feelings for this other side, and these other people, and I feel closer to them, and more protected and cared for by them. Yeah. And she has a lot of this animosity. I'm like, yeah, I get it, girl. I hear you.
No, I was right there with you because I was also like, fucking finally. Like, these people are being so supportive. Your family knows that you're going through these trials and all they did was send you their location. It's like if I texted you, hey, I'm on the side of the road with a pop tire. Nobody can come and get me. I don't know how to change a tire. And you're like, damn. Well, I'm at home.
I know. Let me know if you need anything, but, like, not too strenuous. Like, I'm not actually gonna leave. That's a great analogy.
Let me know if you need a pat on the back when you get to my house after you change your tire.
Hope you get help. Also, while you're there, can you do all this other stuff, like keep this person alive?
No, literally, Sam's dying in my backseat. Yeah. I need you to come and get us.
Oh, by the way, can you also do this horrible thing? She's also on her deathbed. Yeah. She's basically like, and she's blind, so
I completely forgot about Tilda in this situation, too. Literally, leaving her out to dry. I need you guys to come. I'm doing these ordeals. I'm trying to keep our mother alive. Damn, that's crazy. I'm just 3 towns over, though, so let me know when you get here.
And you know what? In this second book, if they are pissed about, like, the mom thing...
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna throw hands.
And I'm really hoping that it's a complicated, like, reunite. That she's happy to see them, because, again, they are her family. Like, yeah, but also, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because now it's just siblings. Ooh, I'm curious. These
collections, guess what? They're dead end. Like, waste of time.
The rats lead nowhere.
I wasn't a fan of that part of the plot.
Okay.
Being completely honest.
Yeah.
I just was
kind
of
like... it was just, like, extra that wasn't needed?
I felt like it was a dead end from the start. I just knew. Like, they set it up so clearly that it was obviously the prison's doing. And I'm like, this just is dumb.
Felt like extra
and it was very slow, like nothing happened during those things besides running into Cresta.
A bunch, and like, and Cresta did provide some...
Yeah.
Like, it was little. But she did provide some, but we could have gotten that context anywhere.
And I guess like, it did provide us a little bit of insight on other places in the prison, but...
I guess the other question, though, is this provided... her and Nari to, like, create a friendship going on these trips together.
Yeah, but they already did that. She was helping her in this,
You think that it could have been created? Like, I guess, what would you have wanted that plot? I guess I would have, like, more interaction with Tilda and more, like, hearing from her. But do you think that it would have given away too much?
Probably. I don't know. I just felt like it was unnecessary. It didn't add anything to it. I don't know. Maybe if more would have happened during those things, like more. I don't know. Something.
More of the outings and not just learning about a rashy guard.
Yeah.
Fair. I get that because it really didn't do
slowed it down for me a little.
It was really like the only thing that I found enjoyable about it was how cute Tip was and that he liked to play with the rats.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't know. It just felt a lot like a dragged out. But anyways, so the collection's not happening. She's whatever. Then all of a sudden, Tip's missing. And I'm like,
I know. I was tweaking out.
Especially because you predicted that Tip was going to die. And I was like, no, he's not. And then I was like, Sam's probably right.
Yeah, I was tweaking out. And like, nobody was like, knew where he was. And fucking, what is it? Oshla and...
Yeah, the two idiots who don't have a freaking brain cell.
And she's like, oh, haven't seen him since
Nurgle.
this morning.
So what kind of name is Nurgle?
The kind of someone who sits on their ass and doesn't do anything. I was like so stressed, and they're just like yada dee dee doing all around, and then she runs off to the garden, and Jaren follows her, and they have this like romantic scene, and
they almost kiss.
Yeah, and then we hear a in the garden, a moaning, sad noise. This is serious. It's not fart time.
Sorry. I got the room wrong.
And poor Tippy's laying on the ground, and he's been there since this morning.
Yeah.
I was so stressed out. Look, no!
I know, you really have this connection with Tippy.
I love him. He's so cute. I'm just picturing this little redhead, sweet little cherub that his mom said should be a bard because he just brings happy and lightness everywhere he goes. And I'm stressed.
And a vital part, too, is when... Before they almost kiss, he tries to tell her something.
Yes.
And they get cut off by the moaning.
By the farting over by the
fucking
fucking willowy. Can you imagine if they're about to kiss and they just hear... I cannot.
The mood.
Can you imagine your first kiss and it gets interrupted by a juicy fart?
You know it's like
it
bad.
has to be juicy.
Like, it's like
if it's a stomach bug.
When we had the worms after Mexico.
A juicy fart.
Like there's no controlling that. So it's coming out. Anyway, so chapter 24 is basically...
You can move on fast from that, but not the crusty nipples.
No, I'm still not moved on. I keep wanting to make jokes, but I'm resisting.
Oh, anyway.
So chapter 24, she's basically... It's 3 days that Tip's sick.
Yes.
He's having a rough time.
Oh, he's asking her these horrible questions. I was tearing up when he goes, am I gonna die?
Yeah.
And like she's tweaking out because she doesn't know how to stop the stomach bug. Doesn't know what's going on. And then she tries to feed him and he can't keep anything down and he's like apologizing. This chapter sent me.
Really?
I was unwell. I was so sad.
I was bored. I'm not gonna lie. I had no feelings. I'm dead inside. I mean, I loved Tip and like I loved all the characters, but I was like, okay, he was sick for 3 days and then he gets better and like
I thought he was actually gonna die. So I was stressed. But then after that, I was like, okay, now we can go. But I was really upset when she like tweaked out and was like, I can't lose another brother.
Yes, and
that connection made a lot for me.
It did, and I was also like that Jaren was kind of like, again, like her only comfort in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yes.
Chapter 25. She's still testing the water.
Yep.
Cresta is pissed that people are getting sick and blames her.
Yeah, Cresta makes a comment.
About,
I was really confused about this too. So Cresta makes a comment that people keep going down into the infirmary for simple things and then end up getting the stomach bug and whatever. And I was kind of thinking, I'm like, cross-contamination? Like they're going in there.
I was just thinking, I'm like, who is she hasn't even been seeing anyone.
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
I was really confused about that too.
And then
I didn't know if it was like background noise of like she sees patients, but we're not getting every description of every single day, you know?
Yeah. Then Tilda awakens.
Yes.
And she rushes back down,
mm-hmm.
and we change to chapter 26, and Tilda is saying, Kima.
Yeah, I did not like that. I still don't know why she was saying it like that.
Yeah, like
even if she is her mom,
like just be like, "Sup, Keeves."
Yeah, or like
Key doll.
Or if she was like, "Hi,
Key
sweetie.
crack.
Hi, my love. Hi, anything." Not Kiva.
I know, it was just weird.
It was.
Even Nari, why is she saying it like what's wrong with her?
You know, and then I was really confused about the Tip saying that she reminded him of his mom.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were trying to like allude at a mother figure. Or maybe that placed her age, because when they first brought Tilda there, I thought she was young. I was thinking like mid-20s. Mm-hmm. What were you thinking? Or did you not have an age picked out for her?
I was thinking like 30s. They made her seem not that old. Like, they made her seem just like sick and from a sickness. But now I'm like, was she just dying from old age? Or like, what the fuck was wrong with her?
Because I guess she would have been her second youngest, and she's only 17 though. So I don't think she'd be dying of old age.
Well, I just meant like that would have made more sense if like she was older. Like, I'm with you.
I just wish we would have gotten a better description. Again, I'm glad that there was the plot twist, but the way I was picturing her was like 30.
Same. Like, I was not picturing her as a mother figure.
Because she would have been in 40s or 50s.
I feel like they described her as like this young, like rising up
queen. Yes.
Yes.
And I guess I don't know if we were supposed to be placing the fact that her dad got caught with a rebel sympathizer, and it was supposed to be like the rebellion was starting then.
So she's more like 50s.
I would say somewhere between 40s to 50s, because when I graduated high school, my mom was 48. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of around the same time Kiva age is right now. So I'm thinking like late 40s, early 50s. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's at least where I would put her.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a thought. It would have disappeared. It was important too. Anyway, she wants to know. She wants to know why she's still alive.
Yeah.
This whole conversation was so weird.
I agree.
I don't know. She like wants to know why she's still alive, and Kiva's all really sad, and
but
like,
then doesn't tell her that she's doing the trials for her,
which is so weird. Because I'm like, why does that matter?
Do you think that if she would have told her that she was doing the trials for her, then Tilda would have like been like, honey, you can't do that for me, like, it's not, my life isn't worth your life, yada yada, and then it would have given away stuff to people in the room?
I don't know. I'm like, does she have a memory? Like, is something wrong with her brain? We never found out what was wrong with her.
And I wonder if we're gonna get more context when she meets like up with the siblings, because I don't think she wasn't blind when they were little, to my knowledge.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
So
I was like, was she blind the whole time? I guess we don't know. I'm assuming it'd be hard to rob people when you're blind. I mean, not impossible,
but she watched him, remember? Until he got beaten up. So she wasn't blind prior.
Well, maybe she felt...
And it also confused me because Kiva asked the question of, well, has she been blind forever? Has she done this forever? It was like her inner monologue. Do you remember that? Mm-mm. And I was like, okay, this is super misleading because obviously she knows.
No, I know.
Later at the end of the book.
That's why, okay, I have issues with that.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I feel...
like they were misleading us on purpose so we didn't catch the plot?
Very much so.
Okay.
I mean, the only hint we got was that she told her the story of how their parents met, and that was like, she wanted to hear it again.
Okay. And
I'm like,
I didn't even pick anything up from that.
Why would she want to know that? Okay, well, now that makes sense because it was her story.
Yes, and I was more just thinking she wanted to hear it again because it was something that was, like, peaceful. Mm-hmm. And it was just, like, a story that Kiva chose. Mm-hmm. But... well,
she says, like, something like this, like, Tip's asking questions, and she just goes, she reminds me of someone I used to know, and things like that. I don't know.
Which I guess that's...
true.
That's true. I don't think that's too vague, because again, she can't reveal that the rebel leader is her mom.
Like, this is what I'm saying, like, the whole, how, like, secretive and manipulative she is, doesn't track with her sweet, innocent character.
Okay. And I am feeling like she grew into this as the book moved on, and she learned more, and she gained more knowledge about Rook being evil, and about all this stuff with the manipulative part of it. And I guess I think that it depends on who she was talking to. Like, she can't tell these people that she's the rebel princess, But I'm also kind of like, you've been acting like you're not really into the whole rebel cause this entire time, which was confusing to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even
so do you think that
like,
she is just a liar?
Well, that's what I'm feeling. Like, I feel very, like, misled on her character, and I'm like, okay, who the fuck are you?
I'm kind of into that. Is that crazy?
No, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's something very different, but it also, I'm like, what is going on?
Okay.
Like, scenes like this, I mean, she's outright lying to everyone, and then...
I'm not surprised about her lying about not knowing Tilda. That does not surprise me.
No, but then you can't get mad at other people for lying by omission.
Who am I mad at?
Her. She was mad at Jaren. And I'm like, that was like the most manipulative,
oh, I guess
hypocritical
right.
shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me right
now? No, I
like,
didn't think about that, but I'm with you.
She actually, like, pissed me off when that happened. Like, hardcore.
Okay.
The start of that last trial, we're jumping ahead, like, pissed me off. Because I'm like, you've been doing the same fucking thing, if not worse.
How did you feel about when it was happening?
When it was happening?
Like, when they were first having that conversation, because we still didn't know. Should we get there, and then we can talk about it?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Chapter 25 is what we're on, but I think we finished
No, we're on chapter 26.
Okay.
Oh, so this is when the Okalo note comes in.
Yes.
And she's just like, it's all lies. Like, you're not coming. She's just mad. And I'm like, yeah. F-em.
And, like, this is the part where we find out about the immunity boosters, too.
Yes.
So, how do you say her name? When I was reading
it's Alicia and Alicia,
and I'm reading it as, like, Linda or whatever. But Alicia, so she was bringing in these vials of pure things, and she opens this cabinet, which I was kind of like, Kiva was like, I didn't know that was there. You didn't know that there's a cabinet?
You've lived here for 10 years, and this is like your home base.
I thought that was crazy. So I'm wondering, I'm like very curious to know how hidden away it was. If it was like one of those things where it's like, you know how some drawers look like they don't open and then like it pops and you're like, oh shit.
I didn't really notice that. I didn't really pick up on that.
And she's like putting all these clear vials away and she's explaining to Kiva these are wellness shots and they've been giving these to anybody that comes through the door when they come and ask for them, and they're for like also an energy booster. And then she gives Kiva an earful for not handing them out.
She's so dumb.
Yeah.
They're both so dumb.
And then Kiva gives them a sniff and is like, holy shit, they're poison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like like these people have been getting murdered.
Yeah.
And then while this is happening, like you said, Alicia's like, I'm really disappointed in you. I can't believe you haven't been giving these out. I was so...
And it just cracked me up because I'm like, shut up. She is the healer. You guys are literally just here to supervise, and if anything starts to go bad, you have to go get her.
And they've just been giving them out and purposely keeping kind of like upper whatever has been keeping Kiva out of it. Because they know she's not dumb enough to do that.
Well, they give it to the guy who doesn't do shit and doesn't talk to Kiva.
Yes.
And that she just... God, no. I was pissed.
That was so dumb.
And then this is where we get to the third trial. And this one, I did not like this
either. This
gave me anxiety.
I hated this one. I actually thought it wasn't going to be that bad. Because I'm like, okay, water, whatever, it's clear. And then when they tied the rock to her and just threw her down there, that's like my worst nightmare, is being drowned.
I was like tweaking out originally when I thought it was going to be in like the submerged tunnels. Because I'm like, it's dark. What if there's stuff in the water? Swimming. Like, I knew she could swim, but I was freaking out about that. But no, when we got to the flooded quarry, ooh, ick. Ick.
Yeah, and they just toss her right in there.
And how long did she have to stay submerged? Do you remember what it was? Oh, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. And right before this is happening, she's trying to tell Nari about the poison.
Yes.
And she just can't get it out.
Yeah, I literally cannot.
So it was really stressful. And then chapter 27... Yeah, worst ordeal by far. She gets thrown in. It's very cold.
Yes.
It was hard for me to listen to it because I'm like, they described how her air bubbles were slowly starting to come out. Like she was trying to hold her breath for so long. And then she's just inhaling all this water.
And then, like, I know what the feeling of your lungs burning feels like. Because, you know, jump a little too deep in the lake and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, I know what that feels like. And I can't imagine... what comes after that.
Yeah. No.
No.
So then it said
horrible.
Oblivion took her.
Yes.
And I was like, shit.
And then
happen?
I read this part, and the next pages are just blank.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm stressed.
I know. Chapter 28. She's saved by gasp. Jaren.
Yeah.
And guess what? Jaren has powers.
And okay, original thought here. I was not thinking powers. I was thinking, okay, he's a miner. He's got the tools. I was thinking
wow,
that he
that's
found
so
out what
funny.
it was, dug like a tunnel, and was like waiting, and then like pulled her up, and was gonna like send her back out after.
And the tunnel wasn't gonna flood?
Well, the tunnel would flood, but to a point, because if he goes like this, it can only
like
fill up so much.
A hook?
Yes.
Okay.
That was just my first thought.
Coolest, different thought ever.
Like, that was just my first thing. I'm like, okay, Jaren, pickaxe. He just went after it.
That is so funny. See, this is why I love reading with you, because we take things so differently. Sometimes, and it's so fun.
And like, obviously, that was immediately ended.
I think I would have thought that if I wasn't already thinking that he was the prince.
And I feel like I thought that he was going to be important with you, but I wasn't thinking that he was going to have a shitload of magic.
Yeah.
So that's where my brain went first.
So, saves her, check off my list. I'm like,
yeah.
Keep saving her.
And then he makes a comment of, you can't tell anybody who I am.
Which I did not pick that.
I didn't either.
I was with her because, she's trying to talk us into it a little bit. She's like, he was talking about an anomaly.
And that's immediate. I was like, yeah, that makes sense, because he did bring it up.
And I was like, okay, so maybe he isn't the prince here. And I'm like, maybe he is an anomaly. And I was like, that's actually pretty cool.
Yes.
And then when she was like, well, Nari knows, and he said that, and I was like, wait a minute.
I was so
what's
confused.
Going on with Nari? Like, how does she know then if he's an anomaly?
We got so much information dump here, and my first thing was like, okay, he just told Nari because they're close. I don't fucking know. I mean, I'm thinking that he dug a whole fucking mine tunnel to get to her.
I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so if he is an anomaly, I'm assuming that Nari caught him doing magic, was what I thought.
Okay.
And then she just was like, I won't tell you.
Because she's a chill guard.
They had like a thing going, some sort of agreement, and that's why they were always whispering.
Okay, and you thought that maybe like something deep, dark, and dirty was going to come out about Nari and why she's cutting deals.
Well, I didn't go that far, but sure.
Anywho's it.
Then,
they get pulled out.
Yeah, they get out, and they get in big trouble by Rook.
Because no one's allowed to help her. And like, this also kind of pissed me off, because you knew that something was going to happen, and you just chose to, like, dive head first into the water to get to her. And why did him going down there prevent her from dying if she was already down there for 15 minutes? That's what I didn't get. We didn't put anything together there, Rook. That Jaren just went down there and survived with her for another 5 minutes. What was he doing? Blowing air into her mouth?
I was not impressed by the whole him jumping in thing, like, book-wise, because I'm like, really? I would have been way cooler if he, like, snuck in.
And again, that's why I went original tunnel, because I'm like, there's no way he just, like, hopped in the water.
Or like, snuck in as in, like, climbed down a few rocks and, like, slipped in, like, an old pencil dive type
pencil.
Otherwise, this is literally what I'm picturing, like, a swan dive.
Yes! With, like, his legs, he goes like this, and then he's like, yes!
That's
from the tallest point on the rock.
That's how it was written.
I know!
And I was like, ooh, I don't know.
It kind of gave me the ick.
It didn't give me the ick, it just was more like, this isn't believable.
It was a light yuck. It wasn't an ick. It was a light yuck.
It wasn't an ick against him, it was more of like, wait, this is just
seems
not
like there's
believable.
So many different things to go about this. And again, you knew that it was going to be water.
I like your tunnel thing. That would have been good.
Well, he has the fucking magic to do it.
I love when we come up with new ways to improve the book.
We're like, all right, authors, take notes.
Anyway, so then they get conked out.
Yes.
And then chapter 29, they awake in the punishment block, which is the abyss.
Yep.
And she just feels like crap. And then one of the, was it Bones? Or
yes,
the butcher?
It was Bones, because the butcher
was
flogging Jaren.
Yeah, just whipping him, and it was horrible, and he made her watch.
And, like, Jaren's blood is, like, flowing into this drain. Oh, the whipping scenes of the backs, no matter what book it is, just, I can't.
I know, it's bad. And then they're like, we're not allowed to harm you, but we can harm you, like, psychologically.
Yep.
So they put her in this darkness cell.
I was really scared at first when he's like, yeah, they told us we're not allowed to touch
Yes!
you, but we can do other things. And I thought that it was leading down the essay route.
Yeah.
And because the way he was, like, doing it and grinning, I was like, and he already was like, you're our replacement. So I thought it was, like, building up for that. And I was, like, freaking out. Yeah, she gets put in solitary. And it's in complete darkness. It's not even, like, a lit room with no windows. Just darkness, which hence the abyss.
Yeah. And then chapter 30, all she hears is this drip, drip, drip. And that's all the water she gets.
Yeah, and it's gross.
She's going kind of crazy. She has all these questions after she finds out about Jaren's magic.
Yep.
And then she gets a visit from Nari. And Nari basically spills the beans that Jaren is Prince Deverick.
Yes.
And she spills the beans that she's been in there for 6 days. And
yeah, because she thinks that she's been in there for weeks.
Yeah.
She has no concept of time because 6 days and they've delivered, 6 meals? Or something like that. And she was, like, trying to keep time with it, but there's,
was
like...
less, maybe. I don't
know. And it was just a jumble.
And she's asking about Tilda and Tip, and which was weird here, too. I'm like, why is she, like...
I thought that it was weird that she was interested about Tilda at this point, too.
Yeah. So now that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And Rook, she finds out as the poisoner.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's pissed because he killed her father.
Yeah, and that's, like, where she puts 2 and 2 together, and we find out that there's supposed to be, like, a huge influx of prisoners this year because of everything going on, and Rook decided to take it into his own hands. Which, yeah, no thanks.
And then she's, like, putting all that together, and Nari's like, there's riots, like, on the horizon, things are really bad, but we'll get through it, we'll figure it out. And we find out that, so... Nari is Jaren's golden shield, they call it.
Yes, which is basically like the top guard for the royals, and that's why her prosthetic is so amazing.
So she's like, all the puzzles get like clicked into place in chapter 30.
So, is this where we learn about what happened and how he ended up being the prisoner?
Yeah, she kind of touches on it, but then we get more details from him later.
Basically, they were like gonna sneak in with another guard. But the guard broke his leg, and he was going to be the prisoner, so Jaren just, like, stepped in and was like, yep, that's going to be me. And the 2 people that he came in with just got into a fist fight and killed each other, basically. And
he basically wanted to come in to get information on a Tilda.
Yep, he wanted to basically come in to interrogate her, but, like, torture her, I would assume in some sense of a word, but at least that's what I pulled.
Yeah, I don't know. They made
it's very
such
vague.
A big deal about the interrogation. I'm like, I don't understand why that's a big deal, but okay.
Well, they made a big deal of it, and it didn't make sense then. But now we know that Tilda's her mom, so he would have been interrogating and torturing her mom.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal to you?
I mean, we don't know that she's going to be tortured. I mean, interrogation to me is just interrogation.
I guess that's not how I view interrogation in books.
Interrogation is like, okay, you're talking. A torture is just torturing for information. That's how I read it.
Okay.
I mean, like, I could be interrogating you right now and be like, so what happened? And what
I know, but when I'm reading fantasy books, I'm never picturing it being a cool, calm, and collected conversation.
Okay, either way, I don't know. Like, Jaren doesn't seem like the torturing type to me, so that's why I'm having a hard time being like, okay.
I get that, too.
He doesn't seem like he's gonna come in and, like, pull fingernails off.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No, I do know what you mean.
So I don't know, whatever.
So that's not where your mind jumped. I get it.
And then, so this is where I have my problem, people. Because she's all like, he lied to me for weeks. Well, we find out it's been 9 weeks, and 2 of those weeks have been in the abyss. And
he already tried to tell her.
So it's been 7 weeks. I have an issue with, like, this whole lying by omission stuff. Like, this trope.
Okay.
I had a heart, like, after the last letter, I mean, even the last letter, I kind of got it, but I'm still like, oh, brother. Like,
we were ready for it to be over way
But I meant,
earlier.
like, this lying by... I guess
Yes.
I don't think that's lying. I guess I don't view that as such a bad thing.
Okay, so you don't view... Like, you don't like when people get upset when they're not telling the whole truth. When they know it's gonna affect you.
I mean, how would that have affected her, though?
Not in this necessarily.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
saying, like,
Yeah,
if you
like-
know, if it's gonna affect them, like the last
Like,
letter.
the last letter, I get it. This book, I'm like, this
Which,
is
yeah.
so fucking stupid. Like,
Okay.
it actually pissed me off. If the ending wouldn't have happened,
Mhm.
this would have been a 2-star book for me.
Okay.
Because this pissed me off so bad.
This didn't piss me off that bad, honestly. But now that we know what the ending is, I'm more like...
Like, oh, you lied to me for weeks. Well, yeah, he's known you for, like, 2 minutes.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not allowed to be, like... That's where I have the issue, is when people are like, you didn't tell me. Well, yeah, he's known you for, like, 2 seconds. He's not gonna be like, well, I think you're a good person, so, like, I'm the crown prince, and this is my, like, reason why I'm here.
I think the issue for her is a devil's advocating it. That he's like, I want to be by your side. I'm, like, into you. I want us to be
so it's like
partners
the
in
love
crime.
thing.
I think it's more of, you're saying all of these things to me, that you want to be with me, and you want to do this, and you want to be by my side.
Okay.
But you're not, I don't know who you are, actually. You have all these grand fantasies for us, but I don't know who you actually are. You're not telling me even your real name.
Okay.
That's, again, I think... At this point, I wasn't pissed, but I'm also like, girlfriend, we've got a lot bigger issues going on.
Like,
let's move on.
It just was so dramatic because I'm like, you did the same thing.
Oh, at the end of the
so
book...
you can't even be mad.
Yes. I don't think after we find out who she is, I'm like, I don't know if we can be mad at Jaren for lying. Especially because
You are way worse.
I was going to say, especially because he's been helping you live. And now you're sneaking into his house to overthrow him.
And then on top of it, he's like, I really want to win. Like, I totally get it. You can feel however you want. Like, he handles it so well. And then tells her all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
All while she's apparently planning on just going into his kingdom and just fucking him up.
No. I think when I was reading it, I was like, this is a little bit of overkill, but I kind of get it. I have more words on it once we get to the tunnels.
I don't know. Anyway, so then... okay, it felt really dramatic, too, when she's, like, looking at Nari in this scenario. And she's like, I wanted to hate her, but I just couldn't. I'm like, why do you want to hate her? Like, even if she is his golden shield, like...
I think that I guess I read that more as a broader statement of she wanted to hate her because she was a guard in, like, the entire relationship, not in that current moment. I read that as a broad statement and not a...
Either way, I just thought it was really immature. I'm like, just shut up.
And I feel like
You're
that's
fine.
I feel like that's YA though.
Yes, and that's what it felt.
Yeah, this was a very YA scene.
Like, door slam type of deal.
100%. So then she gets locked into the abyss for 8 more days, and then the final ordeal comes, and they take her out.
Chapter 31.
Chapter 31. Final trial.
Yeah, final Earth ordeal.
Yes.
And Jaren is, like, for a punishment, just joining in with her on this.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, at the point, I'm like, do we actually think that she's going to get let go? Like, I know she's going to live through this, but is she actually going to get out? Like, I didn't know how that was going to happen at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jaren just gets, like, thrown with her since he wants to insert himself in the trials. Just, like, cracked me up, too, because Rook thought that he was doing the damn thing when he threw him in there. And I'm like...
And that's where I'm like, it was losing me a little bit here, because I'm like...
Again,
Rook,
going
you're
back
not
to
thinking,
the last
like,
one...
You guys aren't thinking... Nobody is thinking.
Yeah.
It just felt very, like...
Going back to the last trial, again, what was he doing? Going into her mouth underwater if they survived that long together? Like, come on!
I need you doing that as, like, a meme.
Use your brain! Yeah. Is that what he's doing underwater? Stop it right now!
Well, and I was kind of like, how is this? I'm not seeing how this is a punishment, but, like, I'm happy.
Because wouldn't it be easier to go through the tunnels together?
And like
anyway,
it didn't add up.
Yes.
But like okay, and then they have this long talk. It's basically they have an hour to get out of these tunnels.
Yeah, and this is where I was getting pissed about the
knew.
back and forth.
Okay. I want to know. I want to predict what you were going to say, but
because I'm like, you have an hour. We can talk about this after.
That is so funny. I was reading it and I go, I bet you Sam's pissed about this timeline thing. She hates when there's like they're wasting time.
I hate when there's dilly-dallying and we have a strict time frame.
Like when there's a war going on, don't be fucking in your tent.
No.
Sam's like, you guys got more things to worry about here. And you know what? That didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I'm like, this is overkill. We don't need to talk about this right now. I have an hour.
I felt the complete opposite way. I'm like, I'm so glad that we don't have to wait till the second book to have this, like, talk.
I wasn't wanting to wait till the second book, but I wanted to wait till after the hour.
I don't. No, I hear you, but I was like, I'm glad we're kind of getting this over with. Like,
tell me that you've read like 20 books together without telling me you've read 20 books together.
I literally, that is so funny.
I was so pissed.
Sam's probably...
Yeah, because I wrote down, you should have told me. Oh my fucking god. Stop it.
Oh, I know.
He doesn't owe you anything.
No,
like you don't owe
perfect.
each other anything.
He doesn't. Yeah.
I understand the frustration of like it's not feeling real when he was like, I want to be by your side. I want to do this with you. Like I'm here to support you. And then finding out like you don't really know who he is. But again, he did save your ass in all 4 trials actually.
And I feel like he never like I don't know. Oh, okay, so this is kind of where, like, where I related it to the last letter was...
Yeah.
I also think it's dumb when it's like, oh, you didn't tell me you're a prince? This changes everything. Like, oh no, he's a prince kind of thing. Like, in the last letter, it was like, oh no, this perfect man is really the other guy that you've been in love with this whole time. Like,
it's a 2-for-1 deal.
Oh, shoot.
And again, I was with you there. But now it makes more sense that he is what she's trying to overthrow. Mm-hmm. So the feelings are probably very conflicted. A, I didn't know who you were. B, we're actually fucking enemies. C, I'm in love with you. What am I supposed to do?
Just felt like
Liv's over it. She doesn't want to read the second book, guys.
No, if the last page wouldn't have happened,
DNF.
Unimpressed.
We're done.
But no, like
I'm joking. It's okay. I hear you because it is frustrating. I feel like this is always a trope in YA.
I'll get to the end and then I'll say what I need to say. Say what you need to say. I don't know. And then the other thing too, so like literally when this gets brought up, he is like, I totally understand and lays everything out on the table. Everything and more. Like things that nobody else knows. To try to regain her trust.
Yeah, it tells her that he originally came to get Tilda, didn't know she'd be sick. And the reason he was so taken aback when he got in a fight with Cresta is because he was hoping to get buddy-buddy with the rebels and, like, sniff out what's going on. Mm-hmm. And then I also really appreciated because this also felt, like, tracked for Jaren's character. We find out that the only reason he wants to stop the rebel movement is because it's actually affecting his people. Like, he cares about his people, not necessarily his title. Mm-hmm. That felt like a tract for the character we've been dealing with for the entire book.
He is a solid guy.
Yes, I agree. And then we find out that his little brother Cal, he like called in a favor with them, and I'm like very excited for when Cal gets reintroduced.
You mean his cousin?
Was it his cousin?
Yeah,
I thought it was his little brother.
He does bring up his little brother.
Oh, okay.
His little brother is like Oro or something.
Okay.
Orin.
Whenever he called him Cal, and he's like, because he owed me a favor, he actually owes me a lot of favors. Oh, I think he's going to be a good side character.
I literally put, I am so excited to see more of them in the next book. They seem like a good time.
Yes. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page there.
So, this is where I was confused, because I thought he did have another brother. So, I thought his little brother was the one standing in for him, but it was
That's
really
what
his
I
cousin.
thought, too. Okay, that makes way more sense.
And then, like, with him being super understanding, she's like, well, why didn't you just leave when you could then? When you, like, nothing was happening. And he's like, well, I found a reason to stay. And it was obviously her.
100%.
So he literally, like, stayed to save her life.
Yes.
And she's all just like, but you didn't tell me who you were.
No, and again, very YA. And then we find out why he won't take any pain meds. His mom is addicted to angel dust, and that's when she hurts him. Mm-hmm. It was very sad.
It's so sad.
And then we find out that he's the only heir that has had all 4 elements since the original queen, and that's why he's set to take the throne and not his sister.
Mm-hmm. They talk about a lot here. Like,
there's like a info dump. Again, we have an hour, guys. I'm stressed at this point. I'm writing down notes being like, oh, go through quicker. Go, go, go.
Then he's mad he didn't catch her sooner, like in the first trial and things like that. So we find all that out. And then she's like, well, why did you do this? Like, again, she's like, why? And when he goes, because you're good, Kiva.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it was very
is she
appreciative.
though? She's like, kind of not. She's like, kind of secretly evil.
I feel like you're getting a lot more of a manipulative vibe than I am.
Okay. There's one line that makes me feel that
way.
I will read it.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah.
So then they're like finally.
I think she is good though.
They're finally on the move, and they're working their ways out of the tunnels, and they get out, and nobody's there to greet them. Mm-hmm. And then we find out a riot is happening, and like an aggressive riot, because all the prisoners know that Rook is poisoning them. Mm-hmm. So everybody's coming together. It doesn't matter if you're a rebel. It doesn't matter if you're not a rebel. Mm-hmm. And shit's going down.
Yes. I loved at the end of this chapter, before they get out, he tells her that he wants her and Tip to come stay at the palace.
Yes.
And I was like, remember my next book, the Gilded thing with the palace was correct. Remember I predicted that?
You did.
The Gilded Cage.
Yes, you did.
So, and then he's all excited. He's like, you can take classes at the academy. Like,
yeah, be a
Tip
healer.
Can play with my little brother.
Even though he's kind of a jerk.
Like, it'll be fine, whatever. And then, like, all this happy stuff.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the chapter, it said they were greeted with only screams. And I was like, listening at this point, and I was like, what?
What do you mean? Who's screaming? And I didn't know if it was like screams of a couple people or like riot screaming. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we get out there. It's crazy. A watchtower falls. It explodes and falls. Mm-hmm. People are going at it.
Mm-hmm. Like pickaxes, arrows, shit's just hitting the fan. Everyone's attacking the guards.
Yeah.
There's dogs ripping people apart.
Yeah. Like insane. Yeah. And of course her first thought is like Tip and Tilda. Mm-hmm. So she's racing for the infirmary and like arrows are almost hitting her. And when she gets there, Tilda is dead. Mm-hmm. Stabbed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I was like really confused about that. So I'm like, why did we go to the infirmary to kill her if we're like rioting against, you know what I mean? Why was that the first place someone went to take care of the rebel queen? I don't know what I mean.
I mean, I guess she alludes to there being like
anti-rebel
threats against her the whole time. Yeah. And that's why she was like fighting them off. But I know, I was like, well.
It was confusing to me.
Shoot. I wasn't expecting her to die. So I was like.
I wasn't either. Especially because.
Not in that way.
I didn't necessarily know if she was going to make it, but I didn't think it was going to be, like, murder.
Or yeah, like, oh, she was stabbed.
Yeah.
And seen.
Yeah. Or maybe she got an immunity shot. I don't fucking know.
Anyway.
And then we find Tip laying in a pool of blood.
Oh, gosh. Did you cry here?
No, I did not cry here.
Because you knew he was going to be saved?
I didn't know if he was going to be saved. 2 times being saved felt like a lot. So I thought he was going to die. So she's like obviously freaking out and Tip's telling her how much he loves her.
It's sad.
It is sad.
Yeah, it's super sad.
And she like is basically like freaking out like I can't do this again. And then we find out that she's got healing magic. And that's why her dad was so intent on her learning everything. Mm. So that if her magic ever did slip, she could, like, back it up and be like, I healed them with regular healing stuff. Mm-hmm. And Tip is, like, knocked out. And she's, like, panicking. She's like, how am I going to tell Tip that, like, I saved him when he knows that his wounds were fatal? Mm-hmm. And then Jaren and Nari come and get her. Mm-hmm. And they have to book it out of there.
Mm-hmm. And when she's doing this healing, there's light coming from her.
Yes.
She has these memories of her dad and this promise and all these things. And Mott's just exploding, the one exploding the watchtowers and shit. So it's just wild.
It is. It's just a chaotic ass scene. You know the scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where the ship is like exploding and the guy's just walking on it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
It's just like a cool, calm and collected, but everything in the back is just haywire.
Yeah. And she's like, I've been waiting 10 years to release my magic. Mm-hmm. And then the story that they told in the beginning makes sense. So, like, he's, you know, how they, like, whatever, and that's where the rebel and the whatever started. Like, there was the healer dad, and then the elemental. So I'm like, okay, we can have a merging here.
I literally wrote, they're just like the first king and queen. Mm-hmm. I also took note of that.
Chapter 33, then all of a sudden, Jaren and Nari interrupt.
Yes.
And they grab Tip and follow Nari, kind of has a planned escape for them.
Mm-hmm. And they get stopped by Rook, and I don't know if it was specific guards, was it? Or was it just guards in general?
It was just guards, I think.
And Rook's like, where do you think you're going? You're not leaving, yada yada, and then good old Mott
blows that bitch up.
He comes over and he says, they're going out, and Mott telling her to, like, run and that they deserve to have a good life too, and like take care of Tip. He did 100%. It was just very heartfelt, and I was very into it, and I like loved him at the end.
I did too. It was very fun. I liked his character a lot.
I did too.
They kind of run into Raz at the end.
Yes, and this is where she decides to scribble down a note for Raz to get out, and she tells her siblings, Mom is dead. I'm going to the palace.
This is what felt... What did she say?
Sketchy.
She said, Mother is dead. I'm on my way to Valenia. It's time to reclaim our kingdom. And then when she said, as Kiva combed her fingers through Tip's hair, the boy still fast asleep in her lap, she glanced up to meet Jaren's blue gold eyes once more, his gaze impossibly soft. She smiled shyly back, offering no indication as to who he was leading to his city, who he was welcoming into his home.
Okay.
Do you see how that feels like?
It feels manipulative, and also she literally in the note says, it's time to reclaim our kingdom.
Which is, like, fine, but I didn't like that, like, when he was literally looking at her, she had, like, no remorse.
That there's, like, okay, I got you.
And, like, who she was leading to, who she
was leading to.
Yeah, like, it just felt like, oh my gosh, who, like, has the... So, like, who are you? Like, what's going on here? Yeah. It just felt like it didn't track with her character. And that was one line, and so I'm curious to see what, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I kind of got that vibe, though.
I guess my thought process was something snapped and made her finally be like, I'm done faking. Dying. Her mom died. She finally let her healing powers go because she thought she was going to lose Tip. And she's finally, like, claiming her power. She's ready. She's like, I'm ready for us to rule, and I'm done playing the game.
Like it's a vengeance thing.
Yes. And I don't know how it's going to play out. I'm kind of here for switch up into evil main character. Evil. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily evil.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked the twist. Like, I loved it. I thought it was so good.
Yes.
It was like the cherry on top. I agree with you that some parts of the book were slow. I agree with you, the rat stuff at the end, I'm like, okay, like, I'm done hearing about rats. But outside of that, I didn't feel like anything necessarily, like, felt out of place. The Rook stuff did get annoying. But... I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I thought the writing was good. I liked this type of magic. I liked that it wasn't like fairies and stuff.
Yeah.
I like a refresh of magic that's not like immortal.
I agree, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I don't know. I'm thinking solid 3 stars. I think it's a solid book. It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
I loved the ending. Like I said, if it weren't for the ending, 2 star. I was bored.
If the other books are bad, this could turn into a 3 for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If this is building up correctly for the next books, it feels like a 3.
Well, like, okay, the first half of this book, I was like, and I said in the first episode, I'm like, I'm not sold.
Yes.
I need certain things on the second half. I feel like I got those things.
Okay.
But the first half was just, it dragged for me.
And I feel like they needed to do the world building and the understanding, but also they spent so much time describing the prison for that to not be our set scene anymore.
Yeah. Like,
so I'm curious.
It seemed like a little bit.
Like, why did we have to describe all of this stuff in such detail if we're not going to be there anymore?
And also, like, it pissed me off, the whole, like, hypocritical thing. Like, the, like, you lied to me. Like, okay.
I think I wasn't as pissed about that because that's not, like, super triggering for me when I read. Yeah. Whereas at the end, I was kind of like, this feels crazy to be upset at him for lying. Whereas, like, during it, I'm like, I get it, girlfriend. Yeah. But also, we're on a time crunch, so I was not into it.
I think, like, that up until, like, I'm like, they didn't even kiss. Like, I'm like, you don't.
Which is fair
can't
too.
Even be
it's
mad.
not
like, come on.
Dude. It's not like they've spent like a year together or anything like that.
I mean, and think about it. Like the first week. So he came in. They didn't see each other for 10 days.
Yeah, so they probably spent a total of 2-3 weeks together. Which again, I'm right there with you. I thought that it was crazy, but it wasn't something that was like peeving me.
It just, I don't know. But then the ending happened and I was like, okay, I'm like really excited.
Okay.
That was really good.
Yeah.
And I was like pissed at our family the whole fucking time.
Oh my gosh. I'm so curious of what that reunion looks like. I'm very curious to see what Jaren's entire family's like. Because I think we're going to meet the actual king and queen here at some point too. And I'm very like...
And I love Jaren so much. I'm scared about him getting
hurt. Which is really fair. I've never loved like an MMC... and been worried about what the FMC was gonna do to them.
And he's just like a tortured soul, but he's still like so like happy-go-lucky.
Yes.
And I just am worried about that, but I'm really excited to read. I'm really hoping that we get some backstory. That was the other thing. I really thought, and I don't know how I feel about it, if I'm disappointed or not, I really thought something different was gonna happen with Tilda. I thought that Tilda was gonna like come back to life one day. Or something more was going to happen with her.
I 100% think that we're going to get more backstory on her. But also, I could see this whole next book being like learning the castle and having all of Jaren's side characters and not a whole lot of her side characters yet. But it is only a 3-book series.
But even like her past aside, like nothing happened during her like life.
Yeah.
Here. So I was like, I don't know.
I'm with you though. I was hoping to get like a little bit more from Tilda's character than just being in like a comatose and then saying her name weird. I thought that we were going to get more from her. She felt like such a big character in this book to really get nothing from.
Yes.
But again, how much more... I know that obviously there's 10 years of them not have been together, but Kiva was never really alone with her either. So... what could she have provided extra that wouldn't have made everybody know that she was the rebel princess?
Exactly. So it makes sense. And I like that they added in that she attacked her and almost killed her.
I didn't even think about that.
Because I was like, I think that also turned me, like, the author did a really good job of just... I mean, hiding. She literally put in things that were like, oh yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, that wouldn't make sense.
Even enter... That thought did not even enter my mind of them being related.
No. But then everything else was so predictable, so that's where I'm, like, having a hard time a little bit. I don't know.
Like, do you think that they strategically steered us away from it with maybe some other predictable things?
Maybe. It was a thought I had.
Okay. Which, how does that make you feel?
I don't know.
I don't think that it bugs me if it's done well. I don't think that if they would have specifically been like, there's no way they're related, and then at the end of the book it's, she was her mom, I would have been more... Whereas I feel like they left out details on purpose. Like, because they didn't give us her age. If they would have given us her age, maybe there would have been a connection for me. But again, I thought she was in her 30s.
And, like, the thing is, I feel like I would say that this is a solid book. Is, like, I wasn't the first most of it, I wasn't like that's like I would say 75% of it. I wasn't like excited to sit down and read it.
Okay.
But I was like, it kept me enough to want to like know what was gonna happen 100%. Next. So I'm just very curious on the second book.
Me
like,
too.
I'm really like curious.
I haven't looked at rating. I think the second and third book have higher ratings than the first does on Goodreads. But again, we've talked about how Goodreads is unreliable.
It kind of like, it's not really comparable, but like, you know how Brimstone was like kind of dragged, and then the end was like, oh my god, it was like that. So and I think I rated that a 3 or something too.
I think I rated that a 3 too.
It was kind of like
do we think it's a setup book, basically setting up for the series?
I hope so.
Me too. I'm ready for a good series.
Me too. All right, let's do our game, sister.
It's your turn, I think.
How do you feel about annotating books?
I guess, what do you mean, like writing in them?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Big no?
Writing in the actual book.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I'm for it. I write in my books.
I can't. If it's a textbook and stuff, sure. But I just I can't do it. But I also have really ugly handwriting. And I don't know if that's...
I disagree, but okay.
I feel like I have chicken scratch. I don't feel like I have like the pretty swoopy doopy
Some
oopy.
people do have really pretty, like the cool girls.
My mom has gorgeous handwriting. And I feel like if I had nice handwriting and I was writing it in my books, I'd like it more.
Yeah.
But me, it looks like... Moral of the story for my handwriting, anytime they're like, someone didn't put their name on it, looks like a boy, it was mine.
I really like specifically underlining certain things.
Which I could potentially get behind that, but I lend my books out a lot too. Mm-hmm. And I just I don't know.
You feel like it wrecks it.
Yeah. I don't want to put my opinions on somebody else.
My one thing about annotating, I was like, oh, if I ever go to sell this or get rid of it, then that kind of stinks. But I don't know. I kind of like it. I did that in Brimstone.
And Brimstone, there were so many Easter eggs. And that's the kind of thing. I could see myself annotating Fourth Wing. Being that feels important. Maybe I'll come back to it later.
Swoosh and come back.
Yes, whereas the last letter, I don't need to annotate that.
Yeah, certain books.
Yeah, I could see myself for aggressive fantasy wanting to annotate.
Okay. So I'm for it.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening today. We will come back. We're going to probably read... Do we know how long that book is?
I think they're all about the 400s. We're going to hit the halfway mark on it, so...
50%, yo.
Whenever our Kindle tells us 50, we're done.
Yeah. Unless... Well, we have to read to the end of the chapter.
Well, yes.
Obviously. But, yeah. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe. We've been absent on social media, but we're trying to get back at it.
It's a busy season of life right now.
Yes. We're still on Wednesdays as of right now, and we will catch you next week.
Yeah.